In the name of Allah, the Rahman and the Rahim, who taught men by means of the pen. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I Nasim Gul. Today we are taking semantics class. In today's discussion, we will study prototype theory in semantics. Let me give you the outline of the lecture first. In this lecture, we will introduce this concept, prototype theory in semantics. We will define this theory, that what's meant by prototype, and we will also study historical background, that how this concept was developed in linguistics with the passage of time. Historical background, after we have characteristics and examples of this concept, and then we will study or I'll give you the conclusion of the whole lecture. So dear students, introduction of the lecture of this concept. Like we know that we have many theories in semantics, that many theories in linguistics that help us to understand language in linguistics, such as socio-cultural theory of language, language acquisition theory, psychological theory of language, and the prototype theory that we are discussing today. Dear students, as we know that we human beings are having very diverse nature. We have like different natures. So we are like human beings, they are different from one another. They got different characteristics. Likewise, their language is also so complicated. As they are complicated, as they have different natures, different colors, different languages, so likewise their language is also very difficult. So for that purpose, linguists, they are trying to develop new things, new concepts, new theories. On the basis of like these theories, then human being will be able to understand the language of the human beings. So that's why different like theories are there in linguistics. So today we are studying the prototype theory. In linguistics, in semantic linguistics, prototype theory was developed by Elena Roche. She is American psychologist. In 1977, she developed this theory, this concept she devised in psychology, but this concept has had repercussions in two areas, lexical semantics and syntax. These are the two branches of linguistics. So in these branches, there is the concept or the notion of prototype theory, which was developed by American psychologist. Okay, she developed the concepts of categorization in cognitive semantics. Okay, cognitive psychology, like we have psychology of language. So cognition is there. Cognition means the mental processes in which language is stored. Okay, the very platform for language understanding. Okay, we have linguists, they are seeing that each individual is born with the capacity of language learning. There is inborn capacity in language which is called cognition. So she also worked on this concept. Okay, she developed cognition and the understanding of cognition. So this concept was first used in psychology. Later on, it came in semantics and linguistics. This concept varies from context to context. due to individual differences, like we individual have different experiences, we have different like exposures to different countries, to different people, we have different teachers, we have different cultural and educational backgrounds, we have different educational careers. So that's why this prototype theory, the concept of prototype varies from context to context, from individual to individual. Main concepts developed by her, like she worked on semantic categorization, mental representation of concepts, cognition, concepts, just concepts she described in a beautiful way, thinking memory, across cultural, modern psychology. So now our main concern is with the definition and with the understanding of prototype. So now what is meant by prototype? Dear students, be careful, okay? Prototype means the first design of something. It's according to Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary. Prototype means the first design of something from which other forms, other types, other concepts, other ideas are copied or developed. Like we have in our mind, we have the first concept of something in our mind which is stored in our mind, in our cognition. Okay, when we are referring to other things, when we are mentioning other things, so we are like taking help from that very concept. Okay, with the help of that stored concept that is already present in our mind, in our cognition, in our mental processes. So with the help of that very concept we understand others. So that concept which is stored, which is present in our mind or in our cognition and our memory, this concept is called prototype, okay, from which other concepts are developed. The best examples for the understanding of some concepts, concepts it called the prototypes of that very concept. Dear students, इसका मतलब ये है जब हम किसी चीज़ को अंडरस्टैंडिंग की कोशिश करते हैं, when we are trying to understand one concept, okay, so हम उसके जो best examples हमारे साथ available होते हैं, हम वो example लेते हैं, ठीक है। अगर आप किसी बच्चे को पढ़ाते हैं, उनको समझाते हैं, उनको आप मतलब बताते हैं कि व्हाट इज़ बर्ड, ओके, सो वो बर्ड का कंसेप्ट तो समझेगा, लेकिन अगर आप बर्ड ले आए जो आपके साथ अवेलेबल है, जो ऑलरेडी स्टोर्ड है, ठीक है, आपके साथ, तो वो आप एक बर्ड ले आए, उनको पैरट ले आए, तोता ले आए, तो वो समझेगा कि दिस इज बर्ड. So the best example here in our context for bird is pigeon, kabutar, or other parrot is the best example for. So the parrot and pigeon, these are the best examples of the bird. So these two, parrot and pigeon, these are the prototypes of the word bird. ठीक है ना, पहले पढ़ा ना. Prototype is also called characteristics, instances or categories of something. Okay, the best examples of something are the best instances of something are the best categories of something. Okay, what comes, prototype means what comes in our mind, what comes in mind within no time regarding the particular concept. This is called the prototypes. जब आप एक concept का जिक्र करते हैं या कोई आपको एक concept देता है, फौरन आपके जहन में एक चीज़ आ जाती है. So this चीज़ is known as prototype of that very concept. ठीक है ना, आपको कोई मतलब समझा रहा है कि this is called animal. Okay, it's animal. So animal का name जब वो लेता है, immediately there is concept in our mind. animal के साथ आपके mind में क्या आ जाता है? काफ आ जाता है, ठीक है, या कोई और जानवर, dog, cat. So these all things are the prototypes of the word of the concept animal. Okay, like in England, when they are seeing that robin is a bird. Okay, so robin is the prototype of bird, but not in our context. Remember student, we have said that prototype varies from context to context, from person to person. So in our context, what would be the best example of a bird for bird? Okay, the best instances for bird, the best category for bird would be here in Pakistan, in KPK, pigeon or parrot. Okay, but there in England, the native speakers of English, when they are seeing that, they will tell you that robin is the best prototype of bird, or robin is the prototype of bird. When think about animals, in our minds come cat. Yes, here in our mind comes cat, dog, calf, buffalo. Dear students, camel is also included in the list of animals, but we cannot refer to, like immediately we cannot refer to camel. Camel does not come in our mind, but what comes? Cat, dog, calf, and buffalo. So these, like cat, dog, calf, buffaloes are the best instances, or these are the prototypes of animal. Okay, for example, we have other examples. Furniture, when we are seeing, okay, or when we are telling or discussing furniture, so what comes in our mind? Chair, yes. Table, other things are there, like stool is there. Okay, stool is also included in furniture. Sofa is also included in furniture, but chair, table, these two terms come in our mind. So these are the prototype of the word furniture. Okay, vegetable, with vegetable comes carrot. Okay, we are not referring to potato or tomato firstly or immediately, but we are referring to carrot. Okay, cloths, yes, in cloths we have also, in cloths we have, like cape is there in cloths, and also in cloths we have shoes. Okay, we are wearing shoes, we have other things like in clothes, but what comes in our mind? Shirt comes in our mind, does not shoes doesn't come in our mind. So cloth, like shirt is the best prototype. Shirt is the prototype of clothes. Okay, so what is the bottom line in prototype theory? Prototype theory in semantic linguistics provides information regarding the ways through which language meanings are organized in minds. So it gives categorization to the concepts in our minds. Like we are studying, okay, meanings with the help of already stored concepts with the best examples. It is based on the views that words are categorized on the basis of the whole range of features. For instance, the word canary, okay, cormorant, dove, duck, flamingo, parrot, pelican, and robin are the equally co-haponyms of the superordinate term bird. Yes, dear students, we have discussed in our earlier lecture that what is haponyms. Okay, we have discussed 5 relations. Okay, haponymy, synonymy, antonymy, homonymy, so polysemy. We have discussed these things. If you have any problem, you should watch the earlier lecture. Okay, so co-haponyms. So these haponyms means when the meaning of one term, when the meaning of one form is included in the meaning of another form. So these other forms will be the co-heponyms, okay, are the heponyms of the first of the subordinate term. So these all like kernel, corrow, marant, dove, duck, flamingo, parrot, these all are the equally co-heponyms of the superordinate term bird. But they are not considered to be the best example of the category, or they all are not like the prototype of the bird of the term bird. As robin is the best example of the bird, or robin is the prototype of the bird, but these all are not the prototype of the bird. Why? Because we do not refer to these things. We do not refer to dove or duck or flamingo or parrot with the seeing of bird. The idea of the category is technically called prototype. Okay. The concept of prototype helps to explain the meaning of certain words like bird, not in terms of components such as feathers, like when we are explaining things that birds having feathers, birds having wings, but in terms of resemblance to the nearest examples. Okay, to what a concept resembles. So with the help of resemblance, we are understanding, we are explaining things, not with the help of features, not with the help of components that they contain. It is stated that when in front of native English speakers, we say that ostrich, or penguin are the heponyms of bird. They wonder how ostrich is the heponym, or penguin are the heponyms. They wonder, they surprised, though they are technically like they are the heponyms, okay, but they surprised. Why? Instead of sparrow or pigeon or robin, okay, because these are not the instances, the best examples of the word bird. So dear students, we have concluded that prototype is the first or the already developed concept in our minds through which we are referring while explaining other instances of the same concept, okay, to which we immediately refer. Yes, when we are explaining concept, or when we are seeing about one concept through which we immediately within no time refers, so that very concept will be the prototype. These are the best instances. Yes, when we are like explaining a certain concept, so we will be having the best instances, the best examples of something, okay, which help in understanding of that very concept. So dear students, prototype is the first form or the first design of something through which, with the help of that very design, we designed our things, we are designing our things, we are forming other things, or we are making other things. Especially in linguistic semantic, we have concern with words. So with the help of already developed like vocabulary or words, we are elaborating, we are exploring other words, and we are trying to know day by day, or we are trying to larger and larger our vocabulary with the help of already stored concepts. So these different theories are based on some assumptions, like they are different colors in the hands of us, in the hands of linguistic semantic students. Okay, these are just like the colors, different colors in the hands of painters, through which he is painting, okay, he is making different colors. So these all things help us to understand various concepts, to collect vocabularies and to store these things. Dear students, if you having any question, you can ask me, please. You are welcome to ask. I encourage you people to ask question, okay, to comment over this video, okay. Best of luck. Thanks for watching.